fully committing onto the diva pick. Get your ass in here. So the brief is I grinded diva in solo queue and reached diamond. I want to submit a dive game, but then we stumbled over this game on Iconbold. It's really hard to push them sometimes. I sometimes lost my priority, / didn't know what my priority was. It was also weird to play since they had Roadhog and I got hooked way too much. Yeah, as usual, just want to know what I could have done better. Beautiful. Hello, Jello.
Hi.
Nope. Very quiet.
Yeah, I know.
Turn you up. That is the maximum I can get you. I need to turn up my general sound. Try now?
Yeah, this mic is really quiet, I'm sorry.
I'm afraid I can't have you audible on stream.
Really?
Yeah, there's nothing I can really do. It is at the max it can go to.
Alright, I'll be looking if we can do something about it.
Cool. And that. Everyone confirm Cello's like a man at the end of a tunnel. Cello's mic broken? Is it broken in general? Right, I'll start the VOD playing. So everything's loud because I turned up the general volume. Speak from the diaphragm. You can actually turn up the gain on Discord, so maybe that will help it. So we're on Rhine Diva with Lucio Baptiste. Basically, Brawl with Echo. Brawl with Echo. So first off, we push an angle. No cancel on the boosters once you get up there. It's important to be able to apply the boop damage, the like 5 boop damage, and then immediately cancel. Hello?
Hello, hello. Hi, okay.
Hey, yeah,
Cool.
Seems good.
I changed my mic. Okay.
So good, let's go. Yeah, so you kind of like just went straight past the high ground, kind of like into their team. You just want to stop yourself on there, right? So you want to micros, push them off, and then stop yourself on high ground. You don't even need to necessarily do micros if you don't think you can kill them.
Yep. By the way, I just want to say, like, I was on a win streak. Everything was going good. Like, I wanted to do a dive VOD because I had a good dive match. And then I got to this round, like this match, and it was so hard, so much harder than before. And yeah, so I sent in this one.
No, it's good. I think dive on Diva's a little bit easier to play than with Reinhardt.
Yeah.
So I like seeing the Reinhardt games. Diva with Brawl, very difficult. So perfect. Exactly what I think you should be doing. Picking yourself a short angle and pressuring out the Reinhardt from a shitty position from there. Lovely. So you don't need to do anything apart from just apply DPS. Hook comes in, you get the defense matrix. Yeah, a little bit sus. You don't really need to pull the wide angle here. Diva's very good at pushing out McCree's from his wide angle in Brawl, but the Roadhog's still here, just pressure him with the Rhine in general. Remember, you do a ridiculous amount of damage with no armor. And now we've drained too many resources, we're getting healing, but our Reinhardt isn't, and he dies to the Hog. We just have to wait. Okay, so we've got window. Great. Just right clicks our McCree. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we trade back for their Zen.
Yeah.
It's just...
This
is just jank, isn't it? Just absolute jank from Diamond games like Low Diamond. Well, he predicted you, didn't he?
Yeah.
I like the reaction to DM, but I think you should have just got back into a safe position once it happened. So from here, we'll do a half speed. So right here, I think you just DM and boosted the Reinhardt into your team, and then cancel it upwards and just start firing on the Reinhardt from here. Or you cancel it this way and put yourself into this position. I think both of these are very strong, but I don't think you really gain anything by being closer into the enemy. Remember with D.Va, you are a frontliner like Zarya, but you play on close, very tight angles like a Reaper would, basically.
Yeah. I know that too. Like sometimes I take angles that are too wide. I just need to like focus on my Ryan and then take an angle on him.
Yeah, take an angle off from your Rhine to provide extra pressure onto their front line. And there's no other character in the game that plays like this. Zarya plays a little bit similar, but Zarya still wants to kill squishies a little bit more than D.Va in her neutral. But D.Va's neutral is just, I have a shitload of damage, I'm going to shit it into your Reinhardt, and your Reinhardt's going to have to leave. Okay. So we just didn't have enough people there, so we ended up going down. There wasn't really anything interesting happening. I think you should have retreated, but apart from that, no complaints. And that's the other side of D.Va. You feed 750 ult charge instead of anyone else's 600 or 550. Oh, cool. Reinhardt just dies walking through trade. What actually happened to him? Let's have an investigation. Gets anti, continues walking forward, drops shield with 300 health and dies immediately. Standard. That's one of the situations where just kind of like being around to do a little bit of DMing, even if you go through here, speed boost yourself down here and then do some DM, might have helped. But Diamond Reinhardt players, what are you going to do? Now, the reason why you're having so much trouble is just the Ana Zen combo. I want to be very clear there. Ana Zen is absolutely a ridiculous shredding combo onto Reinhardt, and it is one of the harder comps to play against as a D.Va. And the reason for that is just Anti and Discord are ridiculous and amazing at shredding tanks. And the fact they're on like double hit scan Roadhog, it's just so much damage. I kind of like that you push the angle, but at the same time, what I want you to do is just push the angle down here, and then do a speed boost up, to here, and just fight from this direction, and just take this angle onto the Zen or something like that. Maybe even drop off here on the back line. The answer is you just don't want to be anywhere near the hit scan. As long as their hit scan can't shoot you, you're good. Cool. So we find a target, we go into the target. Boosters, no cancel to high ground. Right? So
yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
It's pretty easy to do it. You just like go onto the Zen, the moment you find it, immediately jerk the camera upwards and go straight to high. You would have found a Ashe here.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, neither of us would have known the Ashe was going to come out here if we were in a game, but it's still a good position, and you still should have fought the Ashe even if she was on full health. Oh, that's sad.
Unlucky. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad she had adapt. Otherwise, this fight's getting a little bit dicey. So right now, what we want to do is either fight him from here or fight him from here. This is the eternal thing on D.Va. You always, always, always have to get rid of some of this damage onto you, because you're so fat, you just absorb everything, and then the healers can't keep up. Yeah, don't like that. So from here, what you should have done to LOS this, just go straight to high. Just stand here and wait for heals. You don't need to do anything, you can just chill.
Yeah. I don't have to go inside.
You're playing it like you're not really used to the mobility, and you're not used to being able to beat whatever the hell you want. Which I guess is true, because you don't, like, you have experience on McCree, Doomfist. Like, it's not really anything with a lot of movement. It's stuff that's used to being able to having to walk upstairs. So we just boost up to high, did we? Yeah, we just boosted up to high. You're going to have to get used to applying soft pressure to places like this without diving it. Poking it out, just doing a little bit of damage and that kind of stuff. So what you should be doing, you should be boostering up here, doing a little bit of damage, and then dropping yourself back here and going back down if you need to, then doing this kind of like cycle. You don't need to be near them in order to do damage. You just need to, like, you can create angles on your own with your boosters for like 1 or 2 seconds, right? Just by boosting up into the air and then cancelling it and shooting them, checking for health, checking for damage, and then you can go in like 2 seconds. Might have been worth it to go stairs and boost them off. 100%. Don't sleep on the boot potential. Now, you definitely have to kill Bob with the remake. If you don't do that, you're basically throwing. While I was away, are there still slots open to do the VOD today, or will more open up later? I think I'm going to be doing one more after this, and I'm going to be coming off. So going to be stuck with 6 today, and then we'll do a longer session tomorrow. Say, were you just going for the sneaky remake kill? Let's be honest. I bet you were. Nope. Sorry. If you nano boost Baby Diva, does the remake do 500 damage? Implicit asking the real questions. I don't actually know. Because maybe the remake damage is separate from Diva, or maybe it's included into Diva. It does? Good. What, it was 350? Yeah, it won't be 500, right? Grab Nano, remake, go. Yeah, my Zarya Diva tank line is going to really love this fresh combo. What you do is you bomb them, right? You bomb them so they have to take cover. Then you grab them because they're all in cover, and then you remake after the bomb on top of them. Big brain, large head combo. Cello, what's happening? Are you there, Cello? Did you die? I think Cello's dead. Oh no, Cello's dead. You can one-shot a hog with cool mech if you have Nano, Bongo, Blue Beam, and Discord, and 7 did the science. What a large-headed guy. Yeah, rest in peace, Cello. He's left the voice channel. I'm guessing he's gonna try and fix it and rejoin. Maybe he's been talking for the last 5 minutes. Who knows? Hello? Yeah, this is the kind of pressure I absolutely love on Diva. The slight off-angle pressure, this is so hard for low-ranked players to do. This is why everyone struggles on Diva, because you're pulling yourself around here, making sure you're being LOS by that and putting pressure on the Rhine. That's really hard for people. Sorry, the little rat that I call my brother can't play a round of Fortnite without a headset and turned off my P. What the fuck is wrong with him? Brilliant. It's all good, Jello, don't worry. I can't believe you didn't get the Diva. But the real question, if I call mech through a window, would it be damage boosted? Ash knew it was coming. Yeah, of course Ash knew it was coming. I'm just memeing. But really, if you don't get the remake kill, are you playing the game? Why did he turn off the PC when he needed a headset? Well, we already got the answer. He's a little rat. That's the answer. Go a little bit further. So really, the reason why we got held off was a little bit of questioning and bad play, and people just getting picked on first that cost us like 2 or 3 fights and like 2.5 minutes of time. And then on second point, we only had 2 fights, really. I don't think you need to put more thought into it. Second point, you were doing okay. You were doing fine. It's just you lost a fight on second point. So you were done. Third point was where the struggle was, and the answer was you just needed a little bit more DM on choke because the Ana Zen combo is pretty ridiculous. Into Ana Zen, no Zarya is a struggle. I'm not gonna mince words. It's hard. Okay, Diva is less effective against that. But then as you get higher, Ana Zen's going to be played less because it's just a ladder combo, really. Now, it's so hard. This is so ridiculous. This is another reason why Diva's a hard-ass character. This is so difficult. Has any of you tried to do this on a Diva before? Right? Anyone tried to do this? It's so difficult. Let's go back through it again. Let's do it slow motion. So we're trying to hit micros at the same time as shooting him. Really, we can't hit the micros. The micros we probably should have used a little bit later after the boost to make sure we actually get damage on him. Then you have to cancel this right now with your shift button and keep shooting. You can't just rely on the melee. Gets the cancel, gets the melee, but it's not quite enough. That's one of those situations where this is just ridiculously hard and I can't really blame you. The little shit Echo player uses focusing beam early. Why was there McCree there? Nobody knows. You just soaked a little bit too much damage. So right here, you made a really big mistake, which is when you went after the Echo, you booped her that way instead of booping her that way. So you weren't able to stay on this side of the bridge and kind of like stall yourself uphill, stall yourself onto high. So you went into the middle of them, took a shitload of damage, and then you took too many resources from your team. So this is you. Right, this is a mistake you've made that have cost your team the fight, and it hasn't even cost you the fight. That's the hard thing about Diva. Very hard character to learn, because sometimes it's your fault, even when it doesn't look like it's your fault. I think this is one of the situations where you should have just chilled and waited. We're here, we're at full health. Why don't you just do this? Why don't you just like speed boost on the point, go like touch point and go back and wait. Right? Your Rhine's coming. You need some time. Why don't we just go here and then go back? Wait, is Zen still in? Why is our Zen still in? What the hell? How does Zen even get that? Crazy. Anyway. Didn't think it was winnable. That's okay. Maybe could have stalled it. Maybe. I think regardless, if you were going to die, you may as well just died on point. But yeah. It's your fault. Rolf 2021 at every review. Sometimes it do be like that, Cletus. Sometimes it do be like that. Nice kill on the McCree. You're doing exactly the thing you should be doing, guarding the high ground. It's really good. I like that you're working with the Zen. The Zen and you is really good. Gets you timed out. Yeah, well, you didn't add anything to the conversation, did you? You just were memeing. Purged again. Another one. Yes, another one. Yeah, so you guarded from McCree. You did the duo stuff with the Zen. You went around the side. Like, I love it. It's really good. He was a very good full hold hero for this point. I think you should pop yourself down here for the start of the fight and start your anteing from them from here. Remember, this is the kind of thing where you don't need to poke, and some of this stuff that you're doing using missiles here, I think that's a little bit too aggressive. You just need to chill and put pressure on them as they come up. Both of the tanks come up, you see both of the tanks, you kind of like let them pass, and then you go on to the third one following them. I think that's kind of the answer. I don't think just going straight up to high is really going to be great. Yeah, I think if you just chilled out and brought yourself down for a lower like level, and then just looked for something to go on from here, you're still guarding the high ground, right, Cello? You're still guarding the high ground, but you're just doing what you can from your character. You don't need to be up there. You don't really gain anything from it. So we clear the high ground, we do our high ground stuff, and then we get ourselves into an effective range in order to do something. And the best thing on D.Va, your effective range is, you can stand wherever the hell you want for your effective range, right? As long as you're not fighting now, because we're going to boost us to the place you want to be. Nice. Yeah, I just used bomb to remech. No, you actually got time. Yeah, I think bombing there would be the best play. Yeah, I think the Rhine was under enough pressure. You should have just bombed it. Bombed it like around here, and that would have forced them out. Cool, I'm glad that you're using the health you got here, but I think it's a little bit too late. They actually die for rolling and flashbanging you. That is so greedy from them, McCree. 100% greed. Excellent kill onto that, McCree. Jello, excellent kill. Blink, blink. I think this is one of the situations where you've kind of like realize right here that you're doing nothing, and this is the kind of situation that I described to you the other day, where you just need to chill and find a place to stop and fight from. And the answer is just put yourself in castle. Put yourself in castle, keep an eye on them, poke at them from here, poke at them from here. See if people are low. You can always go in with deep boosters and then back yourself straight out to high. Oh, I love it. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, I absolutely adore this. You can just LOS them forever. The sad part is you start getting poked, so you have to leave. It is a cool position. The hook's a little bit too scary. Oh no, you don't leave. The best thing about D.Va is what you do is you keep your health high, you pull yourself around, and then you just go straight back to high ground. Yep. And now we stopped them having high ground. We don't have high ground because nobody that actually uses high ground is currently on here, but we've denied them from having high ground, which is just as good. You hear the shatter and you turn around for it. Love it. Use your boosters to get around the Reinhardt and pressure him. Perfect. I did the science and use this as an excuse to continue learning editing software. Scroll wheel on Moira is a little less than 2 seconds faster than holding right click. You can see it in tips and tricks. Lovely. Let's go look. It's beautiful. So holding right click, tapping right click, scroll wheel. Yeah, so holding right click slowest, tapping right click slightly faster, scroll wheel. Yeah, that is a considerable amount more. But you think about the damage output here, right? So scroll wheel does more, tapping right click does a lot less, and then holding right click does more again. So telling bad Moira players to do the scroll wheel thing when they don't really know what they're doing, sometimes I guess this could end up screwed. How quickly could you do my VOD if I redeem it? Probably in a week's time. Probably a week's time at this point. I'm going to be doing a longer day tomorrow, but yeah. But I don't have any to redeem. I don't have any to redeem. What would you redeem? There is nothing to redeem. Rumbles. Just start a 45-minute break at work. Well, I'll be starting the next VOD in like 5 minutes, and then I'll put one redemption up. If you get it, you get it. Sure. It's hideous, but it gets the job done. And yeah, I made sure to note the damage difference. Put it on Overwatch University. They'll love that stuff. Oh yeah, that's none. I'll be putting a redemption up in a couple of minutes, so if you want to try and get that one.
I also bribe in.
No, we're not accepting bribe for bots. There goes right now. Okay, so the DPS are in our spawn. Yeah, I think the thing is you just got held a little bit too far long on first, and you really struggled on second because of that. I think you could have won this match, genuinely, but it turned out it was just a one-fight match, and they got high ground and your DPS weren't willing to get it. You did what you were required to do. You pushed the high ground, you took them off high ground, but it just turned out you just lost one fight to ultimates because your team wanted to play in a straight line, which, I mean, it happens. You can't really complain about it. The thing is, you learned a little bit on positioning on D.Va and the kind of like places you want to hold when you're not doing anything. And you also learned a little bit on, I guess, kind of like paying attention to Ryan as the idiot goes through the choke on first. I mean, it's not really your fault when the Zen right-clicks your Hanzo, like, at spawn. But there's something you can do about it, right? There's something you can do about it. So there's always a chance to think about it a little bit more. Cool.